Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Castillo de San Marcos National Monument, part of your National Park Service, and our weapons firing program for you today. Before we get started though, there are a few safety guidelines I have to go over, not only for your safety, but the preservation of our fortress as well. First of all, we ask all of you while you're with us today to please do your part to help us preserve the fort by not climbing, sitting, or standing on the cannons, the cannon carriages, or the fragile shellstone walls of the building itself. During the demonstration, everyone over here, please stay on your side of that white line painted on the floor until we say our cannon is safe at the end of the program. After we say it's safe, you're welcome to cross that line, ask questions, and take pictures, but please wait till we say the cannon is safe at the end of the program. When this cannon is fired, it will be very loud. If you have any small children with you, please make sure they cover their ears or cover their ears for them when the time comes. For those of you that already have your ears covered, I can promise you the cannon will not make a sound while I'm talking. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the cannon we're about to fire for you today, this cannon historically was actually called a 6-pounder iron gun, meaning it fired a ball that weighed 6 pounds. This cannon could throw that ball about 1.5 miles away downrange, roughly where you see our lighthouse standing today. But for this fortress, that's a relatively small cannon. As you explore this fort today, you'll find out that this building has much larger weapons. Pointing towards the city, a collection of 16, 18, and 24 pounders. Down there at the seawall is a 32 pounder. Those cannons can throw their respective size shots anywhere from 2 to even 3 miles downrange. Can you hit a target at 2 to 3 miles out? Not really. But you are still capable of throwing these shots that far, and for the attacker, the closer they get to this building, the more accurate and the more destructive these weapons become. When you use cannons on a battlefield, it's all about fast-paced fighting. One side moves closer to the other. You are trying to accomplish a goal by taking something. So on a battlefield, it's all fast-paced. It's really, really quick. In a fortress, your goal is to sit here, and stay in control. Fortress combat, the best way to describe that is really like a long, thought-out, well-played game of chess, where you just sit there and wait and see what happens next. So on a battlefield, firing rates with artillery is about 45 seconds between shots, one shot snapping right after another. With a fortress, firing rate for this place was actually one shot every 15 minutes per gun, which doesn't seem like much, but a fortress was trying to intimidate and scare someone and keep the supplies lasting. Back in 1740, the next nearest Spanish town, did any of you hear that yet? Havana, Cuba. It took 10 days to bring supply, or just to get there, to go get your supplies together. The Spanish estimated a 2-month-long wait here in St. Augustine, waiting for Havana to bring up the supplies. This building had to survive on its own for 2 months, and that meant firing the weapons in 45-second intervals was a bad idea. The demonstration that we are about to show you today is the type of drill a fortress would have done to 1, intimidate the enemy, 2, keep the supplies alive, and 3, last and survive as long as possible. This drill was not designed to be used with one gun. Back in 1740, there were 44 cannons up here. Each cannon would be loaded, cleaned, or fired, all in succession with one another, so there was always something being fired from this place to tell the attacker, do not come any closer. In this fort's history, it has fallen under attack. The longest attack in the history of the Castillo lasted 51 days. During that attack, the entire town took shelter in the fort, the walls managed to stay standing, and supplies managed to last. This building has never surrendered to its attacker. Every transfer was done by peaceful talk or treaty, nothing more. And ladies and gentlemen, everyone you see dressed out today other than myself, these are all volunteers. We are dressed as the Spanish soldiers that once lived and worked out here. This program would not be possible if it wasn't for our volunteers, so please give them a hand for coming out today. Because we are dressed as the Spanish soldiers, we will call the drill speaking speaking in Castilian Spanish, but I will say cover your ears in English when the time comes. I hope you all enjoy this presentation, and thank you all for visiting with us today. Cananera, 4-minute línea. Adelante, don Quiñón. Prepárense para el ejercicio. Bendignos Senabar.
Just in case.
Entra la cuchara en el piñón. Para que nos que se está cargado. Retiren la cuchara. Entran a la nada y tapan el fogón. Pasan la nada en el piñón. Retiren la nada. Across in el tejedor y pólvora. Entren en el piñón. Ataquen. Tejedor, su lugar. Como nos suspecten. Pónganse a poner batería en el piñón. Tiene una batería. Pónganse para la batería. Aposten. Saquen su lugar. Seven y Cuban, go. Tomen el bar fuego. Para fuego, piñón. Alto. Y sopa en la mecha. Cover your ears. Fuego.
There goes the little boat.